That's been gone. So I'm not going to answer questions about guys that's not here and what I saw.
Love a good drama out of the gates, and the NFL gives us that in Week 1. Jets, Steelers, MetLife Stadium. It's really about one person. Two quarterbacks facing their old teams. Justin Fields against the Steelers, but Aaron Rodgers against the Jets. That's the matchup everyone really wants to talk about, except for Jets head coach Aaron Glenn. The new HC of the NYJ, he wanted no part of talking about Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not going to sit there and answer questions on what I saw back then that's not relevant to right now. Listen, guy, he's a future Hall of Famer. We all know that, so he's going to cause problems no matter what.
Well played, Aaron Glenn. He's been doing this since he started as Jets head coach. I mean, really, the tone that Aaron Glenn has set in his first year, and he hasn't played a game, he hasn't coached a game outside of the preseason, hasn't won anything yet. But in terms of just moving this franchise past whatever the last 2 years with Aaron Rodgers were, $75 million for 5 wins, colossal failure, and that's what it was. And it's not Aaron Rodgers' fault that he went out and injured his Achilles. It's not Aaron Rodgers' fault that things went haywire entirely. But there's a little bit that certainly rests on the shoulders of Aaron Rodgers. Even though he turned in, statistically speaking, one of the best seasons a quarterback has had wearing a Jets uniform, I mean, at least since the Joe Namath days, Ken O'Brien days, Aaron Rodgers was really good last year. 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, but his quarterback rating of 90.5, that's actually the lowest quarterback rating that he's ever had in a full season in the NFL. And that's following a trend that we've seen. His last 3 full seasons have not been good in the NFL, not at least up to his future Hall of Fame standard. And of course, the guy's 41. He's going to turn 42 this season. What more does he have? Is he Tom Brady at this point? Very few people can play into their 40s and perform at the high level that Tom Brady has. And Aaron Rodgers is chasing whatever he's chasing here with the Steelers. He's certainly looking for redemption, even though he doesn't want to talk about that. He doesn't want to go there and say this is a revenge game for him. But he has not exactly shied away this offseason in talking about how bitter he was about the way the Jets cut him loose. Flying cross country to talk to the new head coach and the new GM. And, Aaron Rodgers, they no bones. It was a short 20-minute meeting or thereabouts. And they said, no, we don't want you here anymore. So Aaron Rodgers was a little bit salty having to pay his own dime to fly across the country for a meeting that probably could have been handled over the phone. Whatever. It's time for the Jets to move on. It's time for Aaron Rodgers to move on. But in the NFL, we at least get this one revenge matchup to start the season.
Aaron, is there anything more for you opening up against the Jets at all, or is it just like another regular season game?
Yeah, it's week 1. I think I got a pretty good handle on it. Yeah, I think spent a lot of time studying in Latrobe and here, and feel good about finishing Art sentences when he starts to call plays.
But for the Jets, I'm not worried so much about Aaron Rodgers. I'm worried more about Justin Fields facing his old team and Justin Fields going forward as the Jets quarterback.
Like I told you guys before, I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. Like I said, I was in a spot last year where I was able to see the game from a different perspective. I learned a lot from, Russ and just all of the other vets there. So not at all.
Did you consider going back there, or was it, you knew these guys were interested? Like, how did that all work out?
Yeah, I considered it.
And what made this the right place for you?
Like I said, AG, playing against him for the past, first few years of my career in the league, and, just excited to change the culture here and get things going. So I think that was kind of the most appealing thing to me.
Aaron Rodgers will be the quarterback everyone's talking about Sunday, but Justin Fields is the quarterback that I'm focused on, at least from the Jets side of things. I want to know, what does Justin Fields have to offer? Is Justin Fields, who is on his 3rd football team in 5 seasons now in the NFL, is Justin Fields going to develop into a legit, I don't want to say franchise quarterback just yet, because I'm not sure the Jets entirely believe that, but is Justin Fields a placeholder for the next year? Is Justin Fields a guy that can deliver for the Jets for years to come? Are they going to pull out of Justin Fields what everyone saw and believed was a first-round talent when he was drafted by the Chicago Bears out of Ohio State? And I'm curious to see if Justin Fields and his old Ohio State teammate, Garrett Wilson, can develop some kind of chemistry, because that's key for the Jets offense. So that's another thing I'm looking at going forward here is Garrett Wilson. beyond Garrett Wilson, I'm not sure the Jets have many great options in terms of pass catching. Maybe Breece Hall is their next best option. And Breece Hall and Braylon Allen, how that running game develops, that's something to watch here for the Jets starting out of the gates in week 1. Two-headed monster in the backfield. Is Braylon Allen going to get most of the carries? Is Breece Hall going to kind of get pushed aside where he was once the Jets' feature back? Or is there room for both? The NFL today, I was talking to Tyrone Tracy, and that's an interview you can see here on this YouTube channel with the Giants' Tyrone Tracy with a lot of questions about Cam Scadaboo coming in. I asked Tyrone if he was upset that the Giants drafted him. He said, no, the NFL, the days of the 30-carry a game running back, those days are long gone. You need a couple of good running backs in order to be successful. So the Jets think they have that in Breece Hall and in Braylon Allen. And look, if Braylon Allen, who has looked great all through training camp, and clearly Aaron Glenn likes what he sees in Braylon Allen, trusts him, if he brings out the best in Breece Hall, who has made no bones that this is a make-or-break situation for him, well, the Jets will be better for it. They're going to run the ball a lot this year. And that includes their quarterback. Justin Fields could be among the quarterbacks leading the NFL in rushing from that position. I mean, you talk about Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields can carry the football from the quarterback position. I think you're going to see the Jets ask him to do a lot more of that rather than try to force the ball in on close plays on third down. Tight window, can Justin Fields do that? Or is it better for him to just tuck and run? So we're going to see that on Sunday as the Jets move forward here in this Aaron Glenn regime. We're going to see great defense, I hope, from the Jets. The potential has been there for a long time with this defense. Last few years, we've talked about top 5. That's been the big question that's been put to the Jets defensive players. Sauce Gardner, Quentin Williams, Quincy Williams. There's a lot of good players on this Jets defense. My eyes are going to be on Will McDonald from the start. Former first-round pick, a guy who is built in sack totals, double digits last year in the sack column, and I think he could add to that this year. Classic, pin your ears back, blitz the quarterback, get after the quarterback. Stop the run? Will McDonald's not really a stop-the-run kind of guy, and that's okay. I want him going after the quarterback, and that's going to start Sunday against Aaron Rodgers. Fascinated to see how his development charts here in his third season in the NFL for Will McDonald, the former first-round pick who had so much promise when the Jets drafted him. Raw potential. It's time to harness that potential. So there's going to be a lot to watch for this Jets season, but this week in particular, those are the things I'm looking for. Running game against the Steelers. How does the balance between Braylon Allen and Breece Hall factor out? What do the Jets do against Aaron Rodgers? Everybody wants to see that. And what is Justin Fields capable of doing at the quarterback position for the Jets? How does he work with Garrett Wilson? And does anyone else on that Jets offense step up and help him out? We'll see. It's going to be fun. Aaron Rodgers back at MetLife.